Hello, welcome to Whatever Topic I Want Wednesdays. Once a week, I'll be talking about some topic that I feel is part of the overall lifestyle associated with financial freedom. It could be a look at a particular investment strategy, company, stock, service, investment vehicle, etc. But it could also be just anything that I find fun and interesting. One of the best perks of financial freedom is the time and money to pursue hobbies and passions, and consequently, one of the best motivators to get financial freedom is looking forward to one day having that time and money to pursue those hobbies and passions. Plus, I don't want this to be a boring, stale channel where we just talk about numbers all the time. That's not why we're on this journey. We do it because we love life and we want to experience it fully. And money is just a vehicle that helps us do that. Money is not the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of evil. Money is just a thing you need to make smart decisions for in order to make sure you have enough of it to do what you want in life. Today I wanted to talk about the topic that started all of this, and that's travel. It was an international trip that really flipped my life upside down and led me to be here talking to you all. Now the funny thing is that I've traveled before, even internationally. Some of it was personal, some of it was business, some of it was to nice places, some of it to really not nice places. But this was my first trip that was completely for pleasure. It was my first real vacation of my adult life, which is actually really sad if you think about it. While I was on the trip, I thought, this is nice. No wonder people do this. I had some great food. I met really nice people. I saw some really interesting things. But I have to say that it did not go unnoticed to me that there was a big elephant in the room, and that was money. I had saved up for this trip, but it was so expensive just to buy the tickets that I had to penny pinch during the trip, and that was a real bummer. Even though my friend who was hosting me wanted to provide what I needed as his guest, I hated the fact that this arrangement was in reality my only option. I kind of felt like a bum. As soon as I got home, I was already planning the next trip. But of course, life let me know, in that way that life does, that I was completely out of my gourd if I thought I would suddenly be jet-setting around the world habitually. That's when I realized that no matter how much money I made, I was broke, and I always would be at the rate I was going. But luckily, the desire to get back out in the world was stronger than my ability to wallow in self-pity. Traveling is amazing, and I know this may sound silly, but there's something magical about it. Having your worldview altered is so powerful, and it can be done by the smallest things. When you see people living their entire lives in ways that are completely different from your own, it shows you how many new experiences are out there for you to enjoy. I want to meet every person and learn their life story. I want to immerse myself in their culture and experience life from their perspective. So I made the transition from this is nice, no wonder people do this, to I can't do this again for a while. And into, well, why can't I do this more often? You know how Robert Kiyosaki says that the poor person says they can't afford it, while the rich person asks, how can they afford it? Well, I haven't actually read that book, but I still came to that conclusion. I knew that whatever the difference was between me and someone doing what I wanted to be doing, it wasn't magical hocus pocus, and there was really no reason I couldn't get there myself. Easy? No, but doable, definitely. One of my ultimate dreams is to be able to work from anywhere in the world. Most of us have this little sliver of window of time that they call vacation to make us feel better about the fact that the other 48 to 50 weeks of the year, someone else dictates where we're supposed to be if we want to pay our bills, down to what time of day, how long per day, and even what we have to wear while we're there usually. The strangest thing is that we don't even question it. We just accept it as unavoidable because that is a quote-unquote normal thing. And yet, all of us know someone who isn't tied to an office or is some kind of digital nomad. So even though we know it's possible, we don't think that it applies to us. Why not? My theory is that we tie ourselves to material things and we wrap at least part of our identity around those things. Your job, your home, your city, state, country. People identify strongly with these things, and they make us feel safe. Having that job to go to every week feels safe, even if you hate it. Coming home after a long day at that job you hate makes you feel safe. Not having to deal with strange laws, customs, and traditions makes us feel safe. It's easier than taking a chance, but unfortunately, if you never take a chance at something, then you will never succeed at it. Some of the great benefits of traveling are that, for one, you get used to flux and change. So you teach yourself not to care about something being unfamiliar. You just deal with it and you figure it out. Second, you give yourself new things to be attracted to besides only what you already have and know. So whereas before, coming home after a day of being out in the world was what you looked forward to, now you look forward to being out in the world after being home all day. You stop being held hostage by the trappings of the safe, and you start actually looking forward to the new. Additionally, having a wider perspective and being able to see things from multiple viewpoints enhances your ability to solve problems. Rather than looking through the lens of your little corner of the world, you can see different angles and pull from a broader set of experiences, which gives you an advantage when it comes to coming up with innovative solutions. So I'll leave it here today. I have no doubt that I'll be talking about traveling more in the future because it's a great topic and it keeps me fired up, thinking about a future where I can travel when I feel like it, rather than when I'm allowed to by my circumstances. Thanks for listening to me today, but now I'd love to hear all about your travel experiences and plans in the comments. Have a great day.